Here we go. We are probing the popo. Every couple of weeks we get in someone from the Victorian Police, and every couple of weeks we catch up with our friendly neighbourhood policeman. It is Superintendent Wayne Cheeseman. Morning, Cheese.
Morning, Cheese.
Good morning, everyone. Great to be here.
You been catching some baddies?
It is non-stop, Lauren.
Oh,
Really?
It's non-stop. Out in the north, we call it the Crazy North, or I call it the Crazy North. It is non-stop.
really?
Yeah.
But you've been off on with the man flu.
Well,
Do you have to take some time
I
off?
took one day off.
Oh.
I actually took a day off for the first time, I reckon, in 20 years.
Was it harder being at
The
home?
voice is a bit funny, but I feel better. I feel a lot better.
Right.
Did you get much sympathy at home?
Lauren, that's a silly question. There's
We're
no,
not-
there's no sympathy from the wife or the kids.
Did you
We're
sit
not
there-
man
good.
flu.
We're not good at giving blokes
No, you're
sympathy
not.
when you've got a
You're
cold.
better off just having a sleep in the back of the paddy wagon than going
It's
home.
probably better to go to work and
You know?
sleep somewhere in
Yeah,
a corner.
yeah.
You're right.
How's the crime going around Melbourne?
Look, crime is up. I've said that before. Crime is up. We are arresting more people than ever.
Oh, there they go.
But the demand for police and to deal with crime is through the roof.
Now, here's my issue, right? Because you guys are working around the clock. I just think there is way too much paperwork our cops are stuck with. You brought up on the show the other day that if our wheelie bin goes missing, all right, or there was footage of a garbage truck, the robotic arm picked up the wheelie bin fell in the truck, and they kept driving. You were telling me you've got to go and report
When I needed a new
that.
rubbish bin, I had to go to the police station to get a
Stat deck.
from a police, like as if you could be bothered dealing with that.
So we have dozens of people at the counters every day
Yeah.
wanting stat deck signed. So it takes up our time.
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I mean.
The counters can be, 10 deep, and I have 2 constables on the counter, and it's 10 deep all day, every day.
Oh my
We need a
gosh.
stat deck shop.
Yeah.
There you can go. Just
Can
order
a
on the
can a
street.
pharmacist do it or something?
So there
I
are
think
people
so.
that can do. They're
Yeah.
pharmacists. So often we get a bail justice in who can sit in
Right.
the counter. They can help with some of the demand.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
we
But it
should
often
start
falls back
signing
on
them.
police.
It just felt
You know.
strange to me going to the pharmacy saying, my bin's gone missing.
Hey, Cheese, it's a really, really important week, this one. It is Road Safety Week. And I dare say, as a police officer, you have seen some notorious things on our roads.
Unfortunately, most police go to some horrific accident scenes. And you can imagine, the human versus the metal of a car often doesn't go well. So you see some really traumatic things. But what's an important message here for me around road safety is the broader impact a nasty or a fatal accident can have. So you obviously have people that make errors and errors of judgment around speeding or distracted driving, and suddenly their life is turned upside down. There's also the life of their families. Suddenly they might have a son or a daughter going into jail. But then you have the victim side, and it's horrific, and the impact, and it's a life-changing impact, really. So, we had last year, I think around the country, there was 1,200 deaths on the road. So 1,200, if you think about that.
And
There
then
was
all the people connected to it.
And there was 40,000 serious injuries. And there are things, we harp on as police about the message of, concentrating on the road and sticking to the speed limit and not using your phone. But I drive home from Faulkner every day, and it's about a 40-minute drive. People are speeding. People are on the phone. For some reason, the message does not get through. But all I say to those people is the impact and the split-second life-changing moment, the impact it can have on you and your loved ones is life-changing.
Say if you're heading home, right? You're in the traffic, you're in your normal car. I can see you in like a little Mazda 2 or something. And you see someone at the lights and they're fully on their phone, clear as day. Can you, even though you're off duty, tap on the window, tell them to pull over
Flash your badge.
and book them?
So once you're sworn in the academy, you have those powers 24/7.
Yeah,
So
right.
there's no on or off duty.
Right.
The decision you have to make is, if it goes wrong, I have no radio. I have
good call.
no firearm. I have no equipment.
No support.
So often what I would do is I might show the police sign that I put on the dash for parking. I might show it out the window and just say, put the phone down.
Yeah.
And generally there's compliance because suddenly they look
They
at
freak
us and
out.
they
Yeah.
freak out.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a fright every time I see a police car. I think, God, what am I doing wrong? I panic. I get really like, okay, I'm right. When I see police cars on the road, I know people flash their headlights, whatever, but it actually is a good reminder.
Absolutely.
Make sure, are you speeding? Are you doing anything wrong? Because it is easy to all of a sudden go, oh my God, I'm in a 40 zone.
Yes, it is easy to do. So that's why we ask people to concentrate, but it is very easy to do.
Just quickly back on the parking sign. can you just chuck the? He was saying he chucks the police sign on the
sorry, yes,
dashboard
yes,
when he
yes,
wants
yes,
to park. Can you just, if you chuck that little police sign on the dashboard?
So if I'm working in my official capacity,
Of course,
yes, I can.
of course, yes, right.
Yeah, not
The
when
only
you
thing
can't
we-
get a park.
Obviously,
at
we
Woolies.
don't go in the disabled signs.
No,
or
no,
anyways,
no.
But
But
if I need to park
I'm
because
just
I need to do
thinking
an appointment,
Chadston
yes.
Christmas Eve would come in handy.
Because you don't want to get in
No.
trouble with the new boss, and you've got
Oh,
got a new
yes.
boss.
Oh.
Hey, can you hold that thought? Because I have questions about the new top cop that's going to be running Victoria Police. Stay with us. Cheesy's on the air this morning. Can we come back and chat about it next?
Of course.
Every couple of weeks, we get the Victorian Police in, and we love this man. He's our resident-friendly cop. Cheesy is with us this morning. Hey, you've got a new boss coming. We've got a new top cop here in Victoria. Have you met him yet?
So I haven't met him, but I was impressed with his press conference.
Mike Bush is his name.
Yes.
He's Kiwi.
He's a
He's a Kiwi.
Kiwi, bro.
He's got a wealth of experience. I really look forward to having him with Victoria Police. We will all get around him. We'll see what direction he wants to send the force in. And he'll set the direction and we'll
He
follow.
looks scary
What
on
is,
the
so
news.
you're a superintendent. What is Mike Bush?
So he's the Chief Commissioner.
Chief Commissioner Mike Bush is
He's number one.
We address him.
So where are we? How far are you off top job? So you got your chief com, you got your
Oh, yeah.
commissioner, you got your chief superintendent.
No, so I'm a bit of a way down.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, tell
senior,
me.
but
Who? Like,
so above me is
if
a
we're
commander.
doing Hunger Games, how long have we got to go until you're the
oh,
boss?
the commander.
The way Victoria Police has gone through attrition these days,
He might be there next
I
week.
shouldn't say that.
So who else is above you? There's a commander.
So there's commanders within
Yeah.
the organisation.
Yeah.
Then there are assistant commissioners and a couple of deputy commissioners, and then the chief.
oh,
Right.
and then you.
and then
Might be a
lowly
few
me,
years off
yes.
yet, brother.
You reckon you'll make it?
I'm too old.
Now he's
Where
come
do
out.
the constables sit? Are they below you or
So they
above you?
begin as constables.
Oh, you start
Everyone
as a
starts as a
constable.
constable.
Yeah.
Senior
Ah.
constable, sergeant, senior sergeant, inspector, superintendent.
What was
Oh,
Tom?
It's a
you're
long tree.
quite far up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long tree.
Oh, yeah, you're like 7 from the bottom. You made that sound like you were right on the bottom.
No, look at the little badges on his arms.
About 5 from the top, 6 from the top.
It's still a long way.
Cheesy.
But I'm happy. I'm happy.
Oh,
I don't,
Cheesy's
I don't know
always
how I
happy.
got here to superintendent, really, but I'm happy.
Is there any, I mean, obviously pays and stuff change, but is there any extra little benefits the higher you climb in the force?
Obviously.
Those lurks and perks days are finished, I think.
Yes.
It's a salary-based rank structure, so
Yeah,
you get
right.
what you get.
Yeah, right.
It's all about the honour of serving the people of
Exactly.
Victoria.
Or like he
Jace.
said, the new statement, you get what you get, don't get upset.
But the
Welcome
new-
to the Victoria Police.
The new boss is from New Zealand
Yeah,
So he was the chief commissioner over in New
he's
Zealand.
retired.
and he retired.
So he's retired, and from the news reports, he was headhunted to interview, and obviously he impressed the selection panel, and he's got the job.
I saw him on the
Does he
news the
know
other
how
night.
beautiful New Zealand is?
On the news the other night, he seemed,
Stern.
Serious.
I was about to say scary, but stern's a good way of putting it. Put it this way, I don't think he's going to muck around.
No.
No, so he came across as a very serious, smart, strong leader, and
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what we need at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a big job, isn't it?
It's a huge job. There are like, I guess it's like any corporation. You're the head. There's lots of
Yeah.
issues down within, but it's well known. We've got our crime issues,
Yeah.
and we've got our our morale issues. But I think he's, I thank him for putting his hand up and
Yeah.
taking it on.
Absolutely.
You got faith he's going to sort out the crime in this state?
I have 100% faith.
That's
and then
good.
as long as we all get behind him, which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will, and I'm sure others will, we're a bigger organisation and we can have impact if we all work together.
Do you think he'll like us? Do you think he'll come in
Yeah.
here for
Oh,
a
yeah,
chat?
we've got to get him. Should we pick him up from the airport?
Oh, yeah, with a sign.
We'll park and go in.
Yeah.
You,
Well,
you want to come, Cheesy?
Well, he spoke about being visible and the importance of that with leadership.
Okay,
So
let's get him in.
What better way to reach the audience and the community than through you guys?
Well, pick him up.
Will you put in a good word for us?
I will always put in a good word for
Cheesy.
Thank you.
Cheesy, what are you going to tell him about us?
I'm going to tell him that you three are the premier #1 radio show
Yeah.
right.
across the country,
That's
Yeah,
right.
and he
yeah.
needs to get on board.
Good on you. That's the messaging we'd like, Cheese.
Now, let's park that messaging because I have a question before we let you go.
Here we go. He's
This'll
got beef.
come.
He's got beef with someone.
This will come straight
Oh.
from Mensa, I'm sure.
I don't have beef with anyone. I just want to know.
So cheesy. Just say
Do you get to push in the line and drive through?
You two done?
Do you get free McDonald's if you show your badge?
You done?
What other
Cheesy.
brilliant questions has he asked us?
It is National Road Safety Week,
Oh,
and
okay.
we should all be, slowing down and watching what we're
Yes.
doing on the roads. And you mentioned earlier seeing police cars out there, or just
Yeah.
reminders of what people
Yes.
need. could, hypothetical, if I saw...
You were doing so well.
If I
Do you
saw-
really want to ask a stupid question?
If I saw a highway patrol radar set up the other day and hypothetically flash my lights to oncoming cars, therefore slowing them down, can I be fined for that?
It's a really it's a vexed answer. So it's
Grey
a complicated
area.
answer. It's
Okay.
a grey area. So you flash the light, you are slowing people down. So you're having impact because
Yeah, I
no
think
police
it's
car
good.
is there.
Yeah.
We should just go around flashing lights and
you
slowing
can
people
be
down.
charged with hindering the duties of police.
Gotcha.
But I think that's a rarity these days.
Yeah, right.
I think you are available to be charged, but people do it all the time.
So-
And
But it's
for me,
better-
to me, it's quite a good thing.
Yeah, it's better for people to slow down than to get a fine and keep speeding.
To be
That's
honest,
exactly
Because
right.
you don't even realise when you've gone past it sometimes.
someone did it to me, and it was just a reminder to go. And I
down.
was actually going the speed limit, but I was like, oh god, I haven't even looked down the speed
Of course
limit.
you
in a while.
were.
So just to
Absolutely.
be sure, it's discretionary.
All things are discretionary.
So
yes.
lock him up. Put him away.
Like it was a hypothetical. Hey, Superintendent Wayne Cheeseman, Cheesy, in the house with us this morning. Good to see you, mate.
No, really good to see you three as well. Thank you.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
Follow them on the socials.